EGM Network.
Welcome to Classic Car Radio. I'm Keith McDonald. I'm here with Mike Carano, Steve Charbonneau, Todd Byron, and I'm glad all you garbage people are listening in tonight.
Yep, we're all here.
And if it's Saturday afternoon on the radio, glad you're listening there, too, if you're a fellow garbage person. Anyway, there's a show, The Loop. I wanted to talk about The Loop right away because I just got the email today, The Loop at the Riverside Theater.
Yeah.
And they're going to do the show on November 7th, so that's really coming up. So I want to get that out there right away.
Stuff that they do.
Yeah, they're going to do the 20th Street Jazz Band again.
Oh, jazz, that's it.
Yeah. So that's November 7th, which I believe is Thursday. Isn't it a Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, yeah. That's when they do the shows.
Yeah, so it's actually a week from Thursday. And if you're listening on Saturday, it's this coming Thursday. But anyway, there'll be some AACA cars there from Indian River County and the
Antique Automobile
Club. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So if you don't know, there are tables and chairs, but you can bring your own lawn chairs if you want, right, Mike?
Yeah, you can sit out front and just hang out. You can listen from the parking lot, actually.
And they have, and if you have a classic car, you can still bring it, but you can't park in Riverside Theater, for where the show is, because AACA is already coordinating that. Yeah. What you want to do is you want to just park across the street at the museum, Vero Beach Museum of Art, and try to keep all the cars together. So people that show up and park over there, they can walk by and see all the classic cars.
Right.
If you choose to go there. But it's a lot of fun, right, Mike?
I had a good time.
Good food.
The comedy zone was good. The food was good.
They have root beer floats.
And it was crowded.
Spiked root beer floats.
Yeah, those root beer floats are actually really good.
And they have, did you really?
Yeah, I did.
And they have sundaes. I wonder if those are spiked, the sundaes. And then, and they have a kitchen with burgers, chicken, seafood, salads, and much, much more. So if you want to bring your car over there, bring it over there. If you don't, just go over and have some fun. It starts at 5:30. Admission is free, so how can you go wrong?
Right, that's big.
Absolutely. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you could sit right in the parking lot.
Good time.
And hear the music. It's nice. That's what when I showed up last Saturday or something for the Comedy Zone, people were just sitting in the parking lot across the street.
Really?
Yeah, they were playing Beatles music. They had all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, they do a good job.
So do they have music every?
I guess just Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Yeah, but they have the 20th Street Jazz Band every night?
I don't know.
3 nights
Yeah,
straight?
I don't know if it's 3 nights, but I know all I can tell you is that when I was there, it was a Saturday night, and they had a Beatles band up there doing some Beatles music.
Well, it could be, it might be them. You never know.
Yeah, it could be, whatever they bring in. That
I think that week you went, wasn't that the week? That was, when you went to the Comedy Zone, that was the first week that we were promoting it.
Yes.
So, okay. All right. So there you go. That's at the Riverside Theater right here in Vero Beach across the bridge. You know where it is.
Yep.
Beautiful place and beautiful setting as well, right on the river. And, okay, good. Anyway, do you want to do some news tell us what's coming up this weekend for shows.
Oh, boy. The First Presbyterian Church is having their 9th annual car, truck, and bike show November 2nd, 10 to 3, and that's at 520 Royal Palm Boulevard in Vero Beach.
I remember the first time they did it, that we pushed it on the radio for them way back then.
Yeah.
It's become a pretty good show, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice parking lot.
I've gone a couple times.
It's right. In fact, I think it's right by your shop, right, Steve?
Yep.
It's right down the block from Steve's shop, too.
Right, okay.
So you go to Steve's shop, have breakfast with Steve.
Yeah.
And then you just drive down.
Bring him breakfast, too.
Yeah, just drive down the street and head to the car show.
Okay.
If your car breaks down at the car show, come right down the block and Steve could fix your car.
Okay, there you go.
We're only kidding about the breakfast, though. I don't want a bunch of people showing up at Steve's shop.
Steve will be
going to charge you the money.
Steve will be out there making pancakes,
That's right.
There you go. And then Sunday, there's the Cars of Our Lives Classic Car Show, and that's Sunday, November 3rd from 9 to 3, and that's at 301 Southeast Stiteman Boulevard in Stewart.
Oh, that's way down there, huh?
Yeah, that's way down there, but the Treasure Coast AACA is sponsoring that, so we figured we'd give it a
Oh,
shot.
it'll be a good show.
Yeah, it'll be a good show.
Down in Stewart. What's the address again?
It's 301 Southeast Stipman, Stypmann Boulevard in Stewart.
What's the name of the place, though?
It just says Cars of Our Lives.
Okay.
Show field located behind the Martin County Court.
Ah, there you go. That's what I was
It's
looking
behind
for.
the courthouse.
Okay.
And if you need more information, go to the treasurecoast.aaca.com. There's a flyer there. I got a flyer here. So the day of show, you could drive down there, pre-register to secure the spot, judging and trophies, music, food, and trucks, door prizes, 50-50. Road to Victory Military Museum is open. Donations accepted. So the Military Museum's open also. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's another show on the 3rd, exclusive for the Indian River AACA, Sunday, November 3rd, 11 to 3, and that's at the 2nd Annual Point West Fine Arts Festival.
Oh, Point West. Okay.
All right, you guys know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down 60.
Please arrive on your designated day by 10:30 a.m., but that's only for AACA guys. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't, not everybody could go to that one, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
just an AACA thing.
Ah.
And then, we'll have shows afterwards and stuff like
You know,
that.
the Treasure Coast AACA, they put on a great show at Tradition. You ever go to that Tradition show?
No.
It's really big. And it's a beautiful setting, and there's a lot of shops there and small
I don't
restaurants
even
and all
know what
that.
Tradition is.
Well, you go down
95.
95, and it's right before you get to Stewart. It's actually Port St. Lucie, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And Tradition also don't they have the ball field, the Mets, where the Mets play?
Yeah.
Oh,
They play there as
that's
well.
where they play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
But they have a. They
Being
have,
a Yankee fan, I don't know
yeah, no
anything about
kidding.
what the Mets are doing.
All right.
And I worked at the Mets Stadium for many years.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they had a great show there, but I haven't heard about it. But then again, we've been on the air for over a year, so I figured maybe we'd hear about it by now. But that was a great show, really big show too. I mean, there were like 300 cars.
Yeah,
Treasure Coast AACA is pretty big.
Yeah, they got a lot of cars going. And then, as usual, every Saturday up at the McDonald's at Oslo and U.S. Mall.
Right, you're at Billy Diarton's.
Yeah, that's at 5:30.
Billy Diarton show, yeah.
So that's what's going on.
That's one I've never been to. You ever been to that one?
No.
You guys?
What's really going on? Yeah, we've been there a couple times.
Have you?
I don't know. We just got to get everybody to vote. That's all I know.
Yeah, vote. Yeah.
Just go out and vote.
Yeah.
You guys voted? I voted.
Yep.
Yeah, voted.
Oh,
already.
good.
We're in.
There we go. Steve is quiet.
Steve's been
Steve,
very
you're too
busy.
I haven't had 2 minutes to do
You're too
anything.
busy. You got to do it, though, dude.
Steve's that kind of guy. We got to go to Steve's shop. You got to pick him
Drag
up.
him.
You got to drive him all the way to the voting
Right.
booth. and
Yeah, good luck
walk
getting me
him.
out of the shop. Should kill you.
Doesn't early voting end, though?
It ended. I think.
Third.
Did it end?
I think it ends Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday,
Okay.
yeah.
Saturday it ends.
So if you're listening to this on Saturday on WAXE, you better get over there before, 5 o'clock probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
Probably close the
I know
polls.
Sebastian
And then
was
you can
packed.
vote on Tuesday, of course.
Sebastian was packed. The early voting in Sebastian.
Yeah, well-
it was line out the door.
It was packed for me, but not that bad. I was in and out in 20 minutes, but when I went by, happened to drive by the polling place yesterday, and it was still
Yeah,
packed. I mean, there were more cars there than there were when I went, and I went on day 2.
yeah.
And then yesterday was like a weekend.
How was it in Vero?
It was pretty packed.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. But they move right along, man.
Yeah, they do move them in quick.
I did notice though in Sebastian, the first day of early voting, they had a bunch of Trump signs out there, and then by the third day,
They're gone, right?
all the Trump signs were gone.
Yeah.
All there
Somebody
was
took 'em.
Harrison Walls.
Harrison Walls.
Yeah, well, they
and,
pick them. They pick them. They come at night and they take them all.
Yeah,
Well, they put a Harris voting booth up at my house.
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah.
And vote here for
Who did that to you again? Do you know?
Who did what?
Who did it to you? There was a joke, right? Who
Yeah,
did it?
somebody put the sign out in front of my property. So I stuck it out next to my porta-john.
Right.
Yeah. It was a
voting
big, it was
booth,
a big
yeah.
hit on Facebook.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I missed it. I missed that. I wish I
had.
had seen it. I'll look for it. I'll go back on your page.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, what else you got?
All
going?
right, we got. We'll do the first news story. Mopar built an electric Plymouth GTX Restomod with less power than stock. I don't know why they did it, but they did it for SEMA 2024, actually. Electro-modded take on a 67 Plymouth GTX, made to show off the potential of e-crate conversion kits And how big are those going to go over?
I don't think they're
Imagine
gonna go
seeing a
over good.
GTX go by at 67, or any GTX for that matter, and it doesn't make any noise.
It doesn't make no
It
noise.
just goes by, it just hums on by.
And you know what? I like those cars, the 67 GTXs,
Yeah.
the Belvederes. I'm not a big Plymouth guy, but that's the only. I drove one when I lived down in Florida when I was younger.
You still live here.
Yeah, my cousin had a 67 Belvedere too, which I love driving that
Oh, yeah.
car. Yeah, it was great. Drive it down to Fort Lauderdale, down the strip, and drive up and down the strip all day.
Yeah, but putting an electric motor in it, what the heck is wrong with people?
No kidding.
Know who's doing that a lot? I just saw it online. Robert Downey Jr.
Is he
All
really?
his cars are electric,
Good for him.
and they're like hot rods too. And he donates a lot of them. He raffles them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
He must not live on the same garbage truck as we do.
I
Yeah,
guess not.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Floating garbage truck. Anyway, with just 335 horsepower and a max range of 250 miles, this build isn't likely to sway any old school muscle car diehards. I don't think it swayed anyone in this room, has it?
No.
You got the picture up there though. On Jesse's
I
got
mean,
it.
it's nice.
If you're watching on
Nice car, but-
on YouTube with us, or on Facebook for that matter, at the Evergreen page on Facebook, it's a good looking car. It's got forged magnesium wheels, Pirelli P0 tires, and dual side mirrors, and flip up fuel cap, accents on a fiber hood, and a deep front spoiler further differentiate this car from stock GTXs. So anyway, that's it's a good looking car for 67. I don't know. I like the 67 GM products better than the
I don't know about Ford.
They're kind of square.
Yeah.
It's kind of too square, but they didn't really leave that square design until they hit the Cuda and Challenger in 70, right?
Right. 68,
stuck around.
69. I mean,
Still cool
the
No, I think of the Roadrunner and the GTXs
Roadrunner.
are still squared.
Yeah, I still like them.
Oh, I like them too. I'm just saying, I like the when they started to give a little contour to the body.
I think the tires are too big for that car.
Yeah. They look like they're 20s, right?
They should be.
Oh, they
up
probably
in the
are,
car
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, the front tires are really fat.
Yeah.
I think they should be a little thinner, but
Got to get that handling. It's electric.
a
Gotta handle all that
handling.
weight.
right, that's right.
Right,
How much,
it's
I wonder
gotta-
how much the car
It's
weighs.
going to wear the tires out pretty quick with the big giant batteries in there, cranking out 335 horse.
That's why
Yeah,
they got the Z-rated tires on it. Handle all that weight.
right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, what did we say? We take the break. We're almost at 13 minutes, so we'll
Yeah.
take the break and we'll come back and we got some news from Kia, which is very American classic.
it is
It is.
made in North Carolina, I believe.
Actually, Georgia, right?
Is it Georgia? I thought it was North
Georgia.
Carolina.
I
All
think
right.
it's Georgia.
We'll be
Anyway, we'll be right back after these messages.
Big news, Treasure Coast. Your favorite mortgage team just got even better. Introducing the same trusted faces you know and love, now with Union Home Mortgage.
Hi, this is Shannon Pohl.
Hi, this is Lucy Cranker.
And these high-producing team members bring decades of experience, unwavering honesty, and hearts of gold to every home loan. And here's the best part. Same local processing, underwriting, and appraisers you rely on. Contact Union Home Mortgage.
Visit us online at shannoncpohl.com.
And LucyCranker.com.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Bollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a huge fall sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of brand name closeout and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Enjoy Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Come out this Friday and Saturday night at 6 and 8 p.m. for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Warning, you may laugh until it hurts. Kickstart your evening with live entertainment, food, and drinks at Live in the Loop. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
Welcome back to Classic Car Radio, where Jesse never wants to play that last song that I want, except for at the very end.
That is the song.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
You'll see when you play the last one.
Why don't you just get out your electric guitar,
I thought
tape
about
a little
it.
something, and send it to him?
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
That's a copyright.
I mean, he doesn't do anything all day.
I know.
So you might as well just send him a couple MP3s or something.
Man,
Sometimes
Yeah, take that abuse, brother.
Sometimes we gotta drag Jesse into the show. He's always sitting there so innocently, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play you a link from Facebook, but I guess we can't do
can't
that.
bring it up.
Can't play anything
We'll talk
from
about
real.
it.
But Todd, tell us about that. It was this guy did this simple electrical for his LS1, was it? Or
Yeah,
LS
he
engine?
eliminated the whole ECM thing to it just by hooking pink wire to yellow wire,
Yellow and
red
green,
wire.
yeah, and he
just
it was
hooked these wires
amazing.
right up, and the thing started right up.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
With no computer?
no
Yeah.
computer, just ran.
Yeah, he had the computer just laying off to the side.
Wow.
Yeah, he took it apart. He cut all the
Did I
wires
send that
off.
to you today?
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't see it.
You said it to me.
ECM was
Did you-
hooked up to it.
No.
Was the ECM hooked to it?
Yeah, the ECM was hooked up to it, but the one pigtail is all your powers and grounds, and that's the one that he was cutting. There was all
Right.
the pinks and then one green and the blue, I think.
So it was a fuse block that he threw away, right? A bunch of fuses.
Yeah, there's something he
There was a
cut
fuse
off,
block
threw
in
off in the, like,
Yeah, it was a fuse
I don't know, I
block
was
for
eating
the whole.
lunch.
For the whole. Anyway, it was really
He was too
interesting,
busy.
but we can't
He was
play
eating
it.
lunch. He really didn't pay
I was
attention.
eating lunch. I just seen that. I'm like, dang, man.
It was
that guy
good.
cut a lot of fat out of that thing.
No kidding.
Well, that's how it is. You know, all the standalone harnesses now. That's all he did is he figured out how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Huh.
All right, so some news from Kia, which we established is manufactured in Georgia. If in fact you want to buy a Kia, most of them are made right here in the United States. It saves them a lot on shipping all those cars over.
And tariffs.
Just build them here and tariffs.
And tariffs, yeah.
Exactly. So,
Go Trump.
yeah.
And hopefully that'll happen with all the other cars once he
Right.
does the tariffs, if he
Right.
gets in.
Well, some of them are building. BMW has a plant here now, and they're all building plants.
Volkswagen's got a plant in Chattanooga.
And Hyundai has one, right?
Hyundai.
That's a nice looking truck.
There it is. There's the truck.
Hey, that is a pretty cool looking truck.
So it's called the Tasman. And
Tasman.
it packs two available engines, a 2.5 gas-powered plant making 277 horsepower. That's pretty damn good.
That's not bad.
And a 2.2-liter turbo diesel that's rated at 207. And a 6-speed manual will be available in some markets, while an 8-speed automatic is standard in other markets, with both 2- and 4-wheel drive options. Look at that thing. It's not a bad-looking.
It's not
That's
a bad
Kia.
looking truck.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually
Not
pretty
at
cool
all.
looking.
It'll tow up to 7,700 pounds and will carry 2,600 pounds of payload. So that's a pretty good payload as well. More ton and a half, really.
And it's not electric.
And it's not electric.
I'm surprised.
It has a double wishbone front suspension, and out back you'll find traditional leaf springs doing the hard work. And this guy says, the more I write about it, this is at Hemmings, is it, Jesse? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the drive. Anyway, it's not going to be available in the United States yet. It's going to be marketed in the South Pacific area, including South Korea, of course, Japan. I don't know about maybe Taiwan. I don't know about China, but they're gonna. I believe I saw like the Philippines and even Vietnam. They're gonna market them there, and then if they catch on, they're gonna start building them in Georgia. So that could
looks
be
nice.
That's not a bad looking vehicle for.
You know, it looks like the old Hummer.
Called the Tasman, and that's a neat looking Kia. It really
looks
is.
like the old Hummer, the little one, the H2 that came out, or H3, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then the cross between the
Avalanche.
with the
I
little
think-
squared off back.
Yeah.
I tell you, have you seen that the E3 Hummer yet?
No.
You ever seen
That's
that?
the E3. Yeah, I've seen
E3.
it.
It's an E3, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's laughing. I said the word Hummer. He's laughing. Well, Jesse's like, what are you guys?
I'm watching Jesse move the cameras around. I'm doing this.
Well, anyway, I saw the commercial. It does that crab crawl. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's another car had that years back, and they stopped doing it.
They stopped doing it?
Yeah, I think it
but
was
that's before all these.
the Mercedes, wasn't it?
Mercedes had it?
Yeah.
Everybody was making the little bags go up and down.
Yeah.
And then they started with that limited slip differential with the ABS sensors on Toyota. So if this wheel was slipping, it would slow the power down to this one and add more power to the one that wasn't slipping and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just move sideways. I never seen a car move like that.
Yeah, but it can do it if it can turn the wheels and slide in to park, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Hyundai was doing that several years ago. Remember the commercial? Smart Park, where they had all those Bostonians, actors from Boston.
That's different from the
you
crab.
You can't park there.
The crab crawl.
He's like, I got Smart Park.
Itself, it doesn't do this.
It's basically, it's based on the same thing.
Yeah.
It detects the other vehicles.
All four tires.
They all turn. I know. That's why it's called the crab walk.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, it's neat.
It's just more expensive stuff when it breaks.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
They follow out quicker.
And I saw a video. One guy actually put alternators on his tires.
Really?
To charge the cars.
Really?
Yeah. And he did it, and this way he doesn't have to stop to plug in. He hooked up 4 alternators to each tire.
One
each rim.
Per tire.
One per tire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hooked it all up, and it charges the battery as he's driving.
I often wondered why they wouldn't do something like that.
They should do it.
That can't be a perpetuating thing. You lose power from wind resistance to tire wheel resistance and drivetrain resistance.
Yeah, but if you hook it up almost like a brake pad
but you're still not going to get full charge back if that's what you're thinking.
It's better than not.
Sure,
stopping
it'll extend. Yeah,
every couple hours.
If you got 4 alternators on it, you would.
Yeah, you might get another half of a charge.
Even if you get a half charge out of it,
but you can make these alternators now, like all the other ones that are. Some of these new ones are now up to 240 amps now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because like the little mini amp alternators, we got one that went bad on his car a couple times, and the guy's like, maybe you need to up it to the 240 amp.
Wow.
Right.
So you can buy the little tiny serpentine belt, the CS series. They make them up to 240 amp.
Wow.
And then someone told me you can boost them all the way up to 320.
Wow.
No kidding.
I was like, this car don't have a sound system, and it's just electric fans and AC.
Well, the 240 would be great on those tire wheels then, that wheel combination.
You got 4 of those, you'll go far.
Yeah, that's great.
And when you turn an alternator too, there's also resistance there. I really only think they get about 50% more. But then again, if you have like a 300-mile range, you might get 450.
Yeah,
right?
50% more is better than, plugging.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, we did that, we talked about it last week. My son, it took him 28 hours or 29 hours to get to New York.
And how many hours to drive usually?
It's usually a 17-hour drive.
So it took him an extra 12 hours.
An extra 12 hours to charge up his Tesla.
Plus he had to wait.
If you wait in line.
For people.
Yeah.
Well, now they make the long range one now that's supposed to go further, because one of my customers has that. And he goes to Miami a lot for his jobs and flies out.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, now the long range is out. He's like, this one sucks. You got to get the long range.
Oh, okay.
Because like he said, sometimes you park down there and then it takes you a couple hours to get back because you got to charge it.
Yeah.
What is that, a Bronco?
You can fly there in 2.5 hours.
He has a Tesla.
Oh, a Tesla, okay.
My other
Didn't one
son,
of your sons buy a Bronco?
He's got a Bronco.
Okay.
He loves it.
Yeah.
The turbo Bronco.
So I was coming out of Publix and I saw one of the Broncos,
Right.
And it had really nice paint on it, it's a nice color, but it's so small. So as I walked by, a guy was putting his groceries in his Bronco, and I went, boy, those Kias are really putting nice paint on these things, aren't they? And that guy was not happy because it really kind of has a Kia Soul look to it in a way. It's higher up
the
and
small
everything.
one, the Bronco
small
Sports.
Bronco, the sport, yeah. He was not happy, but I just said, I'm only kidding you. I'm only kidding you.
Next thing it'll be keying up your car.
Yeah. So
that Rolls Royce that you got parked out front.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to go on another break. And when we get back, we have some more news for you, actually. And about a book that's coming out that I thought Mike might be interested. AMC, like the American Motors Corporation history, which looks really good. We'll talk about that when we get back. We'll be back after these messages.